I've been putting together some tips and things for a little collaboration that I'm doing. It's in the works. In the meantime though, I've been so many tips coming at me and they're pretty simple to snap and go. So as I go around the shop and I do different things, usually when I shoot my videos I don't stop to give all these little tips, all the little things that I do day to day, little tricks and how I do things or things that I find out and would like to share with you. So with that said, let's get right into it. I'm going to start with a couple of my favorites. Do you use a lawn tractor to mow your lawn? Well, if you do, go ahead and tie a piece of rope from the steering wheel down to your, what is this called, like the blower guard or whatever, safety guard, blade guard, this thing. You go ahead and lift it up with your foot while you're driving around. In order to tie the rope on this end, I had to go ahead and drill a hole large enough to accept the rope. And now with the rope tied, you can go ahead and lift this up. Everybody tends to use sandpaper. And one of the biggest pains is getting this stuff cut. You want to use scissors, but you're going to dull your scissors. You want to use X-Acto knives. You're going to dull those too. You're slicing on something. You've got a good way to do it. For material, you're going to want to get yourself 12-inch hacksaw blade. You can usually buy those pretty cheap. And buy a dozen, or they could even be a used one. It still works. You're also going to want a couple washers, just little ones. Any one that will work, that'll fit into a couple little screws that aren't too deep or won't go all the way through your board. If you have a thicker board, you can use longer screws. So, what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the washers underneath the hacksaw blade. And then we're going to screw those down. Oh, you're going to see here an extra tip within a tip. Tip loop. I'll take out my bit here. I use fast changing bits. And then I keep my spare ones that I generally use on my gun. And I have a quick changer. Just saves a lot of time, and always put that one right back so you don't lose it. Now, let's get back to her. We'll go ahead and screw that in here. Let me go grab that. So another handy dandy tip that we just learned here is you're going to want to hold down your hacksaw blade in fear of flying things off like your screws. Okay, so go ahead and take your other washer and put it underneath this end of the hacksaw blade. Get it as straight as you can. Go ahead and screw this one on. Okay, so now that gives you a little bit of play between the board and the hacksaw blade. You can go ahead, put your sandpaper in, push down on the hacksaw blade, and cut your sandpaper. Just comme ça. So, let's go ahead and measure down 4 inches from the blade. 4 inches from the blade. Grab any straight edge, connect them. Now I can go ahead and cut my sandpaper for, say, my flat sander. I have perfect size strips cut off. Use that how you want. Works great. Works all the time. Drill a hole through and hang it off your wall. Good times.